Welcome back to Coin Sense and Nonsense. Today, we got some art bars. Been scouring the landscape here for art bars over the last couple weeks. Let's check them out. Actually, let's start off with the one I've had for more than a couple weeks. I got this from my good friend Victor de los Reyes. And this is part of the USSC nearing extinction. Looks like it's got a little bit of toning even. So classic reverse, nice serial number, 745, toning around the corners there. So thank you so much, Victor, for sending this, and we'll be doing a trade. So this, like I mentioned, is part of the nearing extinction set. Here we are in the so-called good book. So nearing extinction is a 12-bar set by USSC. And our candidate is on this page here, USSC 61. And there we go. The only variety is the canceled version. So 1974 does have the serial number like I showed. 2000 minted, but nice rarity value, $30. And this is the good book. So the key is 5th edition, volume 1. Next up is another one from Victor. Thank you so much, Victor. So this is the bighorn sheep of the Rockies. And so 1977, and very regal looking out over the landscape. So beautiful bar. Montana Bullion Club, I think, or Bullion Company, something like that. So they had sponsored a series of these wildlife bars. So that is cool. Serial number 244. And here it is, Wildlife Series struck for Montana Bullion. I wasn't making it up. USSC 95 down at the bottom here, bighorn sheep. And serial number 2500 minted and a $20 rarity value. So yeah, Victor is like obsessed with this USSC. He's trying to complete the whole set, and he's doing a good job. He's way ahead of me, that's for sure. Someday for me, but I think it's gonna happen this year for Victor. Who knows? And shout out to Bob Silver and Silverstruck and all the other fans of USSC. Right, continuing on with USSC, I started the Zodiac set or series. So obviously there's going to be 12 of these. And I took what they had, but it was kind of great that they had Gemini, because that's my sign. So 1973, no serial number on these. Traditional style reverse. Right, signs of the Zodiac, and you can see many were sold individually and not many sets were kept intact. So the book doesn't list them in order of sequence that they come on the calendar, but that is what it is. So Gemini USSC 16. So 1973, 2000 minted, but look at the rarity value, not bad. So, and actually, instead of going back and forth to the book here, we've got Libra also. There it is. So these are kind of just basic, but because they're USSC and collecting a set of USSC, you got to get these eventually, right? So more than I really wanted to spend. I don't normally even like Zodiac sets or those kinds of annual coins or whatever. So, but happy to have these. I got 9 more to go. Right, let's do some capsules here. That's one of the beauties of USSC. They're very capsule friendly. Don't have to battle. Something's shaking on my table here. We gotta fix that, but no outtakes. Trying to limit the bloopers. All right, we're not done with USSC yet. I've already got this one, but I couldn't pass up a deal. There's a Ford in your future, and so if we know anything about who that is or was, tricky dick. So the Ford in his future was named Gerald. It wasn't necessarily a car. So 1790 And that's part of a specialty series. They call it an 8-bar set, and it's probably one of the most beloved sets within USSC. Shout out to AGAU Addict. He really wants that one. So there's a Ford in your future, and so that is 118, USSC 118. No variants, no date, but it does have a serial number, 4,000 minted, but these are scarce, I'll tell you. So $25 rarity value. So I do love everything to do with like early 70s current events, politics, whatever. So love the Watergate set of bars that's in like Colonial Mint. But anyway, what do we have? One more USSC, and this one is Kilroy Was Here. And this one is also very, very difficult to find. And I just couldn't pass up having a double of this one. So 557 serial number. All right, back to the book. USSC 117, Kilroy Was Here. And 1974, $2,500 and $25 rarity value. So even though it is a duplicate, like I mentioned, could not pass it up. So happy to have those. Next up is kind of a relative of USSC, and so this one is American Pacific Mint. And actually USSC made the exact same obverse design, but this is the key here. So I was just gonna kind of skip past it and put it in a capsule, but she's holding in her hand here. This looks like she means business. Gotta find out what her gig is here. Get that one put away first. What is it about people named Carrie? Actually, it was spelled different though, in the movie. All right, I got the lowdown on Carrie here. She was something else. Hatchet Granny, she was known as sometimes. So you could see she's hanging out outside the saloon. And so her deal was she was anti-drunkenness or alcoholism or whatever. Her first husband died of alcoholism. And that's the story there. Right, here we are, American Pacific Mint, and that's our reverse style. And there she is. So APM 4, and they say to see USSC 67. We don't have to do that. So APM 4, Carrie Nation, 1981. So the USSC one was made in 1974, but woo, only 500 minted of the one I have. But why only rarity 3? That doesn't make sense. So 500 of this one, and they made 3,000 of the USSC version. All right, next up is the Battle of Long Island, or as some say, Long Island. Actually, I grew up there, so this one is near and dear to my heart. And so this is an American Revolution battle. Battle of Long Island, August 1776. So very cool scene there. Well, probably not for the people who perished, but it looks cool to me. So it's got like a little spiel on the back along with the scratches to say what happened there. And Washington was like losing New York City. So that's not good. But I love this bar. So that one's from Columbia Mint, but look, it says struck by Worldwide Mint, and they made some really cool bars, like a lot of the Pepsi 75th anniversary, and the largemouth bass is Worldwide Mint also. So anyway, Battle of Long Island, we got TCM4, and just tells you that it's horizontal. So made in 1976, has a serial number, and 10,000 minted, but a $20 rarity value. So when I first saw this at the coin shop there, I thought maybe it was a Hamilton bar, and I'm not really into Hamilton, so happy this fits in a capsule, and we'll go into the guardhouse box. Next up is America's Heroes, and this is honoring the fire department. Love the way this one looks. It's got kind of like a wax seal type of appearance to it. So riding the horse-drawn carriage with the, I guess, water supply. So this is Motherlode Mint, and if we know Motherlode Mint, this is a type 3 with the open pan and hollow pan, they call it. And here we are, Motherlode Mint 10 with a crummy picture. Can barely see what's what. So MLM 10, America's Heroes, 1973, no serial number, and type 3, rarity 3, no mintage. We've been pretty lucky so far with capsules. Some Motherlode Mints, especially the early ones, are a little tight. Right, let's switch to a little portrait style bar here. This is Independence Day, 1975. And I love this design. It's got the globe there, North America, ringing the Liberty Bell. So I'm going to do a dipski on this one and clean it up. So this one is Madison Mint, and that one's always a favorite. I had entertained trying to collect the whole set, but man, there's just so many. So let's get this put away pending the dipski. That one put away for now. But yeah, I just love the way that bell looks. And here we are, Madison 125. And so this one does have a reverse variety. However, I've got the traditional type 6, which reads down. Doesn't really matter, they're both the same rarity value. No mintage again. Next up, we're shouting out Tim's Stacking Adventure. It's not his birthday. Well, I guess it could be. I don't know. But this one is one of his favorite mints, or from one of his favorite mints. Dun, 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 dun. Oh, still can't tell. So let us see what's up with this. So this is kind of a very special reverse cameo classic. Gift that grows greater with time. So, and that's true. The price on this one was, well, actually I got a good deal on all these, but I think this one does command a bit of a premium. I like the fingerprint there. I think this is in need of a dipski. Although I do like the kind of the toning here, so no dipski. Here we are, happy birthday Tri-State Refining 19. And so this one, we got some varieties here. Happy birthday cake and 2 reverse varieties. Mine's a type 6. We'll cut to the chase, and I have the most valuable one, $18. Shame no mintage data. Get that one into a capsule. Oh, maybe not, huh? I think I have a different size. Hang on. So let's try this one. This is a different brand of capsule that I bought. Is that reeded edge? No, it's just scraped. So I can squeeze that sucker in there, I think. And good enough. Well, I probably should have done this one after that one because it's kind of the same topic there. This one is the signing of the Declaration of Independence. And wow, what a cool scene that is. See if we can get in a little tighter here. Wow, love that. So this is not USSC, but USC, United States Coinage. See if that one fits in the tradition. Yeah, it's got room to spare even. There we go. Our United States Coinage Corporation, and so it says all bars struck for Chattanooga coins, and they had very limited number of designs and bars and whatnot. So signing of the Declaration, there is a reverse variety, both made in 73, so it's a type 1A or a 2A, both same rarity value. All the 1A means is that it reads up. Next up is one that looks kind of boring and unassuming and maybe even a little damaged. And I love you. 1986, and this one is by The Mint. And these are not found very often. And The Mint was also one of those where they produced bars that previously had been USSC designs. So it's the Mint 51. EN means enameled, but mine's not enameled. So I have the 51V I Love You 86, not enameled. Type 2A, only 500. So that is awesome. So yeah, I did pick up some cool rare bars this week. See if our luck continues here with the capsules. Nice. So this one is a candidate for a dipski. It's already scratched up back there, and maybe if I'm gentle, we can improve the uppers. It's had something done to it already. Next up is one of my favorite mints, and I say that a lot, I guess. So this is from the Colonial Mint, my little chickadee. And not really an attempt at impersonating W.C. Fields. And this one, obviously, 1973. But what's neat about Colonial Mint, they had some geometric shapes for their reverse designs, and some are quite interesting. So, love this bar, and pretty much everything from the Colonial Mint. I do plan to collect all the bars in that one as well someday. So, let's just move right into the book here. Oh, next to Maryland. So, Colonial 5, and no varieties. Type 8 doesn't matter. Rarity 3, and I would say this one's not common. So, W.C. Fields, a lot of people nowadays aren't aware of him or whatever, but if I can recommend any of his movies, Roadhog is one worth checking out. So it was pretty funny, and you just have to watch a little of it and you get the idea. So he's very short. He didn't have a lot of patience, especially for female drivers, put it that way. That one put away. So there are some other famous people in that kind of sequence of bars from Colonial Mint. Next to Maryland, Roberto Clemente is one I need. Next up is an up-and-coming mint in my hierarchy of favorites, and so this is Seco Mint, and wow, what a beautiful enamel job. All right, poor man's stack, sorry. Colored coins, or colored bars, but yeah, just vibrant colors. I was a little hesitant to take this out of the sleeve that it was stored in from the original collector. Those enamel pieces have a tendency to fall out if mishandled. So let's not take any chances here. So we love our Seco bars, and put it with my other collection of really, really cool. That one's probably my favorite just because it's so vibrant. And then this is a fan favorite as well. So love Seco Mint. Is Valentine's Day Seco 26, so CEM 26 enameled, and made in 1975, $25 rarity value, but costs more than that. Right, we're coming down the home stretch, I promise. So this one is another bar from Seco. However, no enamel color except for the cool toning. I do love that. So, and it is a little more vibrant than I'm able to show here. And a Seco bar. So all of them have the same style reverse. Seco 50 with a washed out image. So there is a variety. Watch out. So it's either blank or type 1. I've got the type 1. So rarity 3. The blank is the way to go though, huh? Better take a look at the LCS again. I think there were 2 of these, so I may have to go back and make sure it's not the blank one. All right, we're going north of the border for this next one here. This is Season's Greetings, and at first glance it looked like 88, but it's 83. So this is National Mint from Canada, and blank plain Jane reverse. Has some cool toning around the edges though, huh? See if I can get this in a capsule, or if I'm gonna get hosed north of the border. I guess these are all metric anyway. We're doing millimeters, right? All right, So here we are. Season's Greetings, 83 with a crumb bum picture, 31. And No Varieties, 1983, blank reverse, and rarity 4. And continuing with the foreigners here. So this, I've had several National Mint before, but never a B.H. Mayer bar. And didn't really want to get this or buy this at first, left it behind. It's like a cameo bar. It is engraved with old Tiffany's name. But there you can see B.H. Mayer, and it says West Germany. So that was back in the day there before they had kind of rejoined. So unified, I guess, is the word I was looking for. So this one's in great shape, relatively. This one I left in the sleeve because, I guess maybe because he's a boy, broke the shit. So Joseph, how dare you? So this one's going to stay there because I'm afraid the pieces will fall out. I don't really know, and this one I took out just to show you, but I'm going to put it back in a sleeve because it won't fit into a capsule with these bizarre edges. And actually I had to cut the sleeve to get to get it out. So why did I even bother with those? Well, so here we are, B.H. Mayers and West Germany, and the one we're after is actually on this page here. We got It's a Boy and It's a Girl, multicolor, Mayer 40 and 41. And there we go, It's a Boy and It's a Girl, and $45 rarity value. So when I saw that, I'm like, yeah, maybe I'll get them. So I got a good deal, especially on the cracked one, but it is what it is. We might have run a little long on this one. I apologize. Thanks for hanging in there. We got one bonus bar number 21. This one's a blank, and was given a good deal on that, but this just shows the planchets or the blanks that they use before they made the bars. So this one is vintage, and happy to have it. So, and happy you're here. So thank you so much for watching Coinsense and Nonsense. And until next time, bye. All bars struck by B.H. Mayer of